Hello everybody, it's your favorite podcast, show host, whatever, Zero Saga, back at you again with another video. This time we're talking about Granblue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok again. From now until the game releases, I'm going to actually be covering information from the game. We're going to be talking about characters that I want to see in the DLC. So we already have Eustace, that's already one of my favorite characters. Like, I was hoping Eustace would get in the base game. And we have Beatrix, who's also a pretty popular character that I like a lot. Miss Soul Bad Girl herself. Two other characters are also coming, Galanza and Magliel, two characters that were actually from the Church of Avia, or Avia? Yeah, Avia. We knew they would be getting into the game because they had interactions and stuff like that. If you guys have your own wish lists or anything, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Characters rankings on my list were based on the following criteria. 1. How popular the character is. Popularity is one of the key components, so realistically, even if I want them, how popular they are actually determines a large majority of their actual chance to get into the game. I want all of the characters that are on my list. I'm going to try to take into account that when I talk about my rankings. 2. Granblue characters also belong to different universes, so if a character originates from a different game, then that would hinder their ranking and make them less likely to get into Relink's DLC. The two games off the top of my head that I know have this requirement are Shadowverse or Rage of Bahamut. Number 3, if the character has appeared in any other games or media, that would add to them being added into the game, as characters from the aforementioned games actually have appeared in other gacha game titles, like Dragalia Lost and World Flipper. Without further ado, let's begin my top 10 wishlist for Granblue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. Alright people, we are here! Rolling in with number 10, I want Mr. Nicholas, the samurai cyborg, cool, badass, Chunibyo looking guy. I'm not gonna lie, he looks sick, okay? I know people were like kind of in the rumblings a little bit when we were waiting for characters, and there was like this leak a while ago that had a whole bunch of like characters that could get in the game. I don't remember if Nicholas was being talked about then or now, but I think he'd be so cool in this game. And I think this game's kind of missing like that refreshing, kind of like humor kind of character, you know? It's kind of like Rackham, Eugen, Rackham, they're really funny. I think characters like this would be really cool. And from what I know, very briefly about Nicholas, he seems like a pretty kind of sick character to bring into this game. Let me know if you guys agree. Number 9. Interesting pick, drum roll please, is a dual unit. And those that guessed it, what the dual unit could be, please take your guesses. Alright, bets are closed. It's Arthur and Mordred. This is more because of my friend. My friend really likes like Arthur as a character, and we have pretty limited knowledge on Granblue. From what I know, Arthur is like always with Mordred. Like the two of them are like young fledgling knights in the White Knights that's led by Lancelot leads the White Dragons, and Vayne is the vice commander. And these two are a part of his knights, right? It's always talked about that he's like the character of like a lot of potential, could do this, could do that. And I know Mordred's like his best friend. I don't know fully about the lore of the character. You guys can indulge people in the comments below. But I think Arthur and Mordred would be a cool character. I actually really just want Arthur, but I figure they're going to put Mordred in the game if they put Arthur in the game, because the two are like always connected. So instead of making them both separate characters, I figure why not just make them both one character. Maybe like Arthur is like the playable character, and then like when Mordred comes in with like his skybound arts or, you know, like skills or whatever. So yeah, that is my number 9 pick. Let me know if you guessed it. Number 8. This is a more broad one, okay? Really dream with me a little here, guys, okay? A character class. I want more martial artists, okay? There are 3 picks that I have here, but if there are any more that are cool and deserve to get in Granblue Fantasy Relink, let me know in the comments, please. The ones that I picked are Feather, Ilsa, and Soares. Now, granted, a lot of the characters that I'm like picking here, most of them in the lower part of my tier list aren't from Granblue, like Fantasy versus Rising. You know, because I have a feeling that those characters will get in the game anyway, so I kind of figured it was a little bit boring. But I wanted to mix it up a little. I actually really hope that either Feather or Ilsa get in the game. I know Ilsa is actually a really popular character, so of all of these character like peeps, Ilsa is probably going to be the one that actually gets into the game. That being said, I would actually like to see Feather. Feather seems pretty cool, right? But yeah, we definitely know Soares is probably going to get in the game sooner or later. Who knows, maybe he got announced or some shit like the day that I post this video. Who knows? But this one is another one because my friend likes the character, but I think he's pretty cool. It is a character called Grimnir, the Chunibyo himself. I talked about Nicholas. This is where Chunibyo really meets the characters here. Now, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he, I believe, is a Primarch, one of the angels that oversee the health of the skies. And Grimnir is a really cool one. I like him a lot in Rising. I think I actually heard about him from Rising, as most people I'm sure did, because we didn't get to play the original Granblue as much. Grimnir seems like a pretty cool and refreshing character, really like kind of liven up the game a little bit. Like a joke character that has some serious implications and everything, and also being taken pretty seriously in his job. You know, he's pretty strong. And typically these characters are seen for like trials, so it'd be cool if you actually got to fight these characters, like them being like bosses, and then you actually unlock them because of that. That'd be cool. I don't know if it maybe be like better for an event or something, but out of all the Primarch angels, right, besides Sandy, I actually like the Primal Beasts Grimnir. I like the most. I think he'd be a great fit for Relink. Relink doesn't really have a lot of wind characters. It's really the main character who can like just exist, I guess. We have Yodarha and Seophon, but there's really not a lot of the character art like elements, and I think we would benefit from seeing a good wind user here. This is where we're trying to get a better half of my list here. Number 6.
I built a whole new set of drills to bust your ass. Get ready for your worst nightmare.
Recently just got added to Granblue, the fighting game. Her name is Ilsa, the Society General herself, okay? Miss Commander, or Miss Army Instructor, okay? Miss Army Instructor herself just got added in, and I think she's a pretty cool character. Like, actually, I really like her guns. I saw a couple of her forms in Granblue, like the one that she has like this covert ops, because I think the arc that I was seeing in Granblue for Society was like where they were like I think there was like moles in the organization or something, and like they went AWOL for a little bit, so Elsa kind of had to like go undercover. Like, you know, they were getting like attacked and stuff. Like, I think their weapons were also transforming. And given we saw Piet A in the game, I think Society characters should be in the game if I want their Automagod. There we go, I forgot it. If I want their Automagod in the game, I figured they should get in the game too. Future note on the next character, by the way. So yeah, I really just kind of want more boss fights, but like for just being here, right? And Society has like one of the coolest ideas in fiction ever. The fact that their weapons are actually like kind of bonded to them because they specifically have a requirement that only they can fulfill. The seal weapons are super sick, and I think it'd be cool if we got all of the Society members in the game. That being said, my number 5 pick is actually one that I don't see a lot of people talk about, despite her being really cool. Gwyn, if I didn't butcher that. Gwyn seems pretty cool too, from the very, very, very small amount of insider knowledge I have on Granblue. I love the name of her weapon. I think it's called Aracinea or something. It's like a spider robot. And like Arachne is what I think the basis is in mythology. I just think characters like this are cool. Like, she has like an ability called Guns N' Roses. I think she's kind of like most like Lightning from Final Fantasy 13, and I really think that this should be like a cool addition to the game. She also really plays like a class I really like, the main character class. That's basically just a Society member. And I think it'd be cool if we don't get classes for the characters, or for the main character at least, then I hope we at least get this, like her. I think she'd be a really cool fit for the game. All right, top 4. Okay, can you guys guess my top 4 before you actually guess my top 4, or before you hear me say my top 4? Let me know in the comments, okay? But my number 4, everybody's gonna hate this one, but everyone's gonna love this one, I know. Raziel, baby girl. I don't care if she's a plant. Waiter, more Raziel, please. I love this character. I don't know why. She just came out of the woodwork like randomly. Everybody loves the nerdy little like chick with the book and just does stuff. Okay, and it gives Sandalphon more personality. You know, I know some people ship them together. I don't. Maybe I don't care. I think it's cute. But that aside, right? I just think that the character is really cool, and I actually want to see her in something that's like more mainstream, because Granblue isn't for everybody, you know, and these games were made to kind of like get more of the player base in there. I just have a feeling she's going to get in the game at some point, so why not put her here, right? She has a perfect personality. We need more mage type characters in the game anyway. Most people in the game have like weapons and stuff like that, So why not have her here, right? All right. Number 3, the big 3. The 3 are coming up. Who could it be? Her name is... Zooey, Miss Protector of the Balance. Okay, I really love Zooey. When I saw her in Granblue, I was like, whoa, she's cool. And this could be a cool opportunity to either have a boss fight for her or just have her in the game. I think it'd be really sick if she was in the game, because why not? She has cute little dragons. I think she could be like a cool, unique archetype where she could probably set up like little drones that would be the dragons. They like maybe do attacks for her and everything. Maybe the dragons actually add on to her attacks too. Kind of like how a couple characters have like stacks that they build up that actually add to their attacks, right? I don't know. I could just see them really just making a good use out of her. You know, more light units, sure. Light units galore. We eat light units in Granblue Fantasy Relink, sure. But I just think Zooey would be really cool as an addition to the game. And with that being said, let's go on to number 2. Number 2. This one might be really cool because this one is one of the characters that has a really cool connection to the main character. That being said, actually, can you guys guess who it is? Because there's a couple of characters I know, but only one has this kind of connection. And that character is, drumroll please.
Seox.
It's Seox. Seox is actually in the game in like the dialogue. If you guys played the story mode, I hope you did, because that's how you get your character stats up. Seox actually appears in some of the character dialogue things, right? So Seox is, you guys can correct me for the actual details in the thing in my comments, but Seox is technically the main character's sibling because they were actually raised by their father. So the father is the person we're looking for in all of Granblue lore. Basically everywhere we go, I think, is to meet the dad in Estalucia, which was actually talked about in the Granblue Relink, Granblue Fantasy Relink as well. I think the reason we came to the islands that are here is to find the gateway into Estalucia, right? And this is why we're here. So why not have Seox here too? Because I feel like Seox is one of those cool characters that has like so his mask is very important to him, and like his character arcs and everything were like really cool. These are one of the characters I actually looked a lot into. I think he'd be sick. Like, he's a agile fight type character. He'd be probably like Lancelot, where like he's dodging and stuff like that. But I feel like he'd be able to dish out some major damage, and I want to see more Eternals in the game anyways. So I feel like why not just do it right now and just drop Seox. I don't think I'd really play Seox a lot because my other friends are more interested in him, and I try to play other characters. But if I could, I'd love to get Seox in the game just simply for the interactions alone. A lot of people really love this guy. He's super sick for a reason, and I hope they make it happen. I hope we get either Henri or Seox, but Seox is my pick, okay? Give me number 6 for number 2. All right, number 1. Drum roll, please. Let the thunder roll, because the Thunder Swift Lord is my number 1 pick for Granblue Fantasy Relink. Yeah, of course, right? I've been talking about it literally since like the last time, since the beginning of all of this, right? Albert is my favorite character in Granblue in general, right? Now, if you guys noticed, I didn't actually talk about if characters were in other versions of games and stuff. This was like a comment that I saw somewhere that if they were in other games, that they wouldn't have a much higher chance to get in. But surprisingly, a lot of the characters are actually from the other iteration of the game. Like Rage of Bahamut, I believe, specifically, or Shadowverse, you know. So a lot of the characters should have a high chance of getting in the game anyway, because all of them are owned by side games. So that theoretically shouldn't hinder their side games connection, because they literally own the games, I believe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But that being said, Albert, the Thunder Swift Lord himself, okay, I really loved him because I found him in Dragalia Lost. That was my first time I ever actually saw Albert. And he was one of my favorite units ever. I was like, dude, I need this guy. And when I got him, I was like, whoa, like, you know, like that meme where like the person's eyes like kind of light up. That's what really kept me into playing Dragalia Lost before it shut down. Psygames, please, if you do anything, please add Albert to this game so I have a glimmer of hope for Dragalia. Actually, speaking of that, that actually gives me a different idea. I'm gonna make this a video as well. So stay tuned for that. I actually have something to talk about now that I'm gonna add to my list of ever-growing Granblue Fantasy Relink stuff. But that being said, huh? What's that? Production says there's one more character we have to talk about. What? Number 0! Roland better be in this fucking game, okay? I am not playing with them anymore, alright? Roland, hello? Come into the game now. You have skills, you have voice lines, Galanta and Magliel are in the game. It's time for Roland, okay? Stop playing with us, alright? Roland is so cool, right? He's the only character that's from specifically Granblue Fantasy Relink, and the reason that they didn't have him join was because technically he's not a part of the crew yet, because he has stuff to do, Mr. Fix-It. Okay! Fix it in our team, please, okay? Add Roland. Alright, let the credits roll. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my list. Thank you for 100 subscribers. Thank you for watching this video until the end, and thank you so much for being here with me while I get this to work. Beta's coming out soon, excited for it, signed up, let's hope I get in, and yeah, so let's do it guys, we're here. Peace.